Hello friends, and welcome back to Vintage Sports Shack. Got a great episode for you today. We're going to be talking about PSA, Beckett, SGC, where to send your cards and why, maximize your value. We're going to talk about conformity in real estate and how it applies to cards, and I'll try to explain that the best I can. I know some of you in the comments are like, you're an idiot, but I got a lot going on in this head, trust me. So I'll explain it the best I can. So as always, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stand up, stretch out, because away we go. Before we get started, I've got a word from our sponsor, so we're going to go ahead and get to that. I was at the park when someone came up to me and said, "You have gigantic balls." I said, "Why, yes. Yes, I do. I have Pete Sweaty's gigantic blue balls." Did you notice the shimmer of my balls? No, I just love the size of your balls. Would you mind if I played with your gigantic blue balls? Yes, you can. Just be careful, as they have a tendency to pop. And as you know, viewers, as always, for a limited time, we got buy one, get one free. That's right. You can have a pair of gigantic, sweaty blue balls to play with for one low price. And remember, you can only get all of Pete's sweaty balls at Vintage Sports Shack. Well, thanks, Pete. Appreciate your sponsors as always. Just amazed at all your products that are coming out. These are amazing blue balls. Gigantic too, yes. So guys, remember, Pete Sweaty's gigantic blue balls here at Vintage Sports Shack. Okay, today I wanted to talk about PSA, Beckett, SGC, what cards to send to who, what cards to send to PSA, what cards to send to Beckett, what cards to send to SGC. And I'm not just going to tell you why, but I'm going to explain why. And it might be a little complicated, but I hope not. Conformity in real estate appraising.
According to California State Board of Equalization, SA.gov, the principle of conformity states that maximum value is realized when a reasonable degree of architectural homogeneity exists and land uses are compatible. This principle implies reasonable similarity, not monotonous uniformity, tends to create and maintain value.
Blammo. But you didn't know what that meant, did you? I'm going to explain it. So this way you can go to all your buddies and tell them, hey, send your cards here, send your cards here, here's why. Okay, the principle of conformity. There's several principles that drive market value in real estate. So you have to apply that same to cards. All right, I know a lot of people send their cards into PSA. I don't know if I have a Beckett or an SGC. Got some coming though. But here's generally what conformity means. Everyone tends to do the same thing. When you go into a neighborhood and all the houses look the same, HOA fees, everybody's got to keep their grass cut, everything, two-car garage, same. But you're like, oh, this is a nice neighborhood. Them houses tend to rise in value always because there's no difference in the community. So everything stays the same. Might not shoot up high real fast or down, but it will maintain because of the conformity of the neighborhood. So I've done some research, looked at what are the conforming patterns in cards. And what are the trends? What did I see? Well, of course, PSA. Most people are sending cards to PSA, so everyone's conforming to that. And then that's good. But you can't just have one. I mean, in a perfect world, one would be the best. But I think in cards, I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. So I looked at what companies were best for what. Okay, I'll start with the easiest. Let's start with Beckett, because that's the easiest. If you're going to send a card to Beckett, and I suggest only send to these three companies. I've sent to some other ones, done some research. Beckett, SGC, PSA. Beckett, if it's a perfect 10, I mean perfect, and you know it's going to be perfect, like you sent it to SGC and then PSA, it came back 10, it's a 10, and it's valuable, like 500 or more. If everyone would do that, them cards would go higher in value, because everyone would conform. Now SGC, what would you want to send to SGC? Well, the trends in the market that I've seen, and I don't sell Pokemon, but SGC should grade every Pokemon card. Also, SGC should be grading everything pre-1980. 79 and early, you should send them cards to SGC. That way the conformity, Pokemon pre-80, they would get all that. So you got Beckett, whether it's Pokemon, football, I don't care. If it's perfect and over $500, Beckett should get that. Black label, gold label, 9.5s, 10s, Beckett. Valuable, Beckett. SGC, pre-1980, Pokemon, conformity, conformity, conformity. Values will go up, values will go up. PSA, everything else. If it's not a perfect 10 over 500 bucks, if it's not pre-1980 or Pokemon, PSA. I know these carry the most value, PSA 10, but that's due to conformity. Everybody right now wants PSA 10s, so everyone's conforming to that. I hope that makes sense. Everybody wants that PSA 10. So that's why they are so valuable. So like when you see one, and this for all you influencers out there that can't answer this question for nobody, when you see one SGC or Beckett and it sells for 2,000 and then goes to PSA 10, sells for 10,000, the reason that is because of conformity. Because all of us dorks want the PSA 10. That's the answer. Just because. That's what we want. So those values are higher. Now if everything was conformed to SGC, it would flip and SGC would sell for that. But right now, it's PSA. And market value isn't projected into 10 years and 5. It's a specific point in time. And I'm talking about right now, today, this time period. SGC, Beckett, PSA only, Beckett, 500 or more, perfect, SGC, Pokemon, and pre-80, everything else PSA. If that would work, it would stop some of this craziness in the values of the cards. They would maintain, they would go up in value as we all would hope, but inflation, they will go up in value anyhow because of inflation. And inflation, everything goes up. So in a normal market, the cards per inflation will go up in value and you can maintain some value in your cards. Now, I seen someone the other day say that less than 1/10 of 1% of cards are going to be valuable, and I believe in that. So watch what you buy. Don't get crazy. Everything you do buy raw, get graded. Send it in who I just said. That will maximize your value in the long term. Hope that helped. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. I hope that wasn't too in-depth, or I hope it made some sense. But as always,
it makes it
peace.
easier to bear.
Have a super great day.
You won't regret
And
it
yes,
no
I invented sweat. Popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab. Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth. New watch alert. Few blows. Or the big face rollie, I got two of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Cock back, snap back, see my